The buzz around the New York Mets signing of Juan Soto has been anything but quiet this offseason. From critics claiming that Soto's big year was all about Aaron Judge to fans upset about the Mets ruining his aura with their spring training ads, it's been a roller coaster of opinions. And let's not forget the playful back and forth between Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, especially when Soto was asked which team gave him a better shot at winning. Of course, Judge disagreed. But here's the thing, Soto was right. In fact, he might be primed for his best season yet in Queens. Let's break down why that is in this episode of Mets Post. Let's get it. Juan Soto is a New York Met, and let's be honest, 85% of baseball fans hate it. Despite what people might say about him, he's not unlikable, and yes, he is a generational talent. At 26 years old, he signed the richest contract in baseball history. While he may not be the two-way unicorn that Shohei Ohtani is, Soto is a wizard at the plate, and has even been compared to Ted Williams, which is no small praise. He has a career batting average of 288 and an on-base percentage of 421 and a slugging percentage of 532. While he hasn't hit over 300 since 2021, the 26-year-old slugger could be on the brink of finding a new groove in the opposite side of New York, despite what the naysayers think. To suggest that Soto's success in 2024 came solely due to Aaron Judge is unfair. Judge is a legendary talent, no doubt, but the Yankees struggled offensively overall last season. Of the players with 100-plus at-bats, only 4 Yankees hit over 250, just 3 players walked more than 50 times, and 2 of those were walked over 65 times, one of whom was Juan Soto, now gone to the New York Mets. Soto had a stellar season that would have likely earned him an MVP finalist nod if he played for a different team, not overshadowed by Aaron Judge. Think about it. If the Yankees never traded for Soto, would they have made it to the World Series? Now, I'm not going to say the Mets are far superior, but right now, they're a step ahead of the Yankees thanks to their lineup. I won't boast about their pitching just yet, but when it comes to hitting, Soto will be sandwiched between Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso. Lindor, despite missing out on the MVP award, had a fantastic season with a 273 batting average, 33 home runs, 91 RBIs, 29 steals, and an OPS of 844. His leadership helped propel a team that seemed out of playoff contention last summer to an NLCS battle against the Dodgers, alongside breakout star Mark Vientos. Vientos himself hit 27 home runs, drove in 71 RBIs, and finished with a 266 batting average and an OPS of 837. The Mets made it to the doorstep of the World Series with only 2 of the 3 big hitters truly contributing. Pete Alonso had a down year, but found his stride in the playoffs, stepping up exactly when they needed him. Now, you add the richest hitter in baseball between Lindor and Alonso, likely followed by Vientos, Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil, Francisco Alvarez, Jose Siri, and a rotation of Jesse Winker and Starling Marte. On paper, that's a pretty solid lineup, but the rest of the hitters will need to show up to make it one of the best. If the Mets can get consistent production from Alvarez, Nimmo, Siri, and McNeil, they'll far surpass what Soto would have returned to in the Bronx. The core of Lindor, Alonso, Soto, and Vientos is already enough to make any pitcher second-guess themselves. With this much power, the Mets are in a far better position than the Yankees, and they've set Soto up for a potential career year. According to Fangraphs, Soto is projected to finish next season with a batting average of 279, an OBP of 423, a slugging percentage of 529, 34 home runs, and 100 RBIs. While that's reasonable, I believe he'll finish closer to 300 and 279. The comfort he'll find in the Mets lineup, the contract settled, and the team's culture should allow Soto to unlock his full potential. What do you think Soto will finish with this season? Will he meet the Mets' expectations, or will they regret the price they paid? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're here, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back next week with a season outlook on Francisco Lindor and his potential for another MVP run. Again, I'm your host, Bryan Cameron, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mets Post. Let's go Mets.
Diaz still staring in. Comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed strike 3.